Welcome to Weebanomics. I'm your host, Kyrie Luminous from KyrieLuminous.com. And today,
.com? What?
yes, KyrieLuminous.com. That's my website.
That's a thing now?
It is
It
now.
is.
Oh god.
Fuck it, I would just put Carrie right after this, doing the intro because she does the intro the same way every time.
So, welcome to Weebanomics. This is Kyrie Luminous from Twitter.com at Kyrie Luminous.
Yeah,
Fuck it, we'll do it live and fix it in post.
yeah.
We'll do it live.
And today, we have our host, Smug Home Slice,
Hello.
Stonks.
I'm Kyrie Luminous.
And today, we are going to be talking about someone's name. Who's your? Who's this
whose
your
name?
in question?
It's the name of
whose name?
Yeah, your name.
Are we gonna talk your name or my name?
Your name.
Your rope.
Name.
My name?
I prefer
Yes.
your rope.
My name's Kyrie.
You're gay.
All right.
You're gay.
Alright.
To be fair, this was my first time watching Your Name, but I have actually seen Your Rope before Your Name.
Oh, whoa, okay.
So I pretty much knew everything that happens, except it was completely wrong.
You knew exactly what was happening, except none of that ever happened.
Yep.
So, I saw this movie first, 2 days before I saw A Silent Voice, which is probably gonna trigger a lot of people because I think A Silent Voice is higher than Your Name on Mall. Yeah, Silent Voice is second, and Your Name is fourth. So. Yeah,
I mean, A Silent Voice is just really cute on a girl.
I gave A Silent Voice an 8, and I gave Your Name a 9.5.
Damn, stonks with the unpopular opinions up in here.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I never saw A Silent Voice.
But I gave
Of course not. You hear it.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I gave the quote unquote sequel to Your Name. I gave a 10.
This is a sequel.
Yeah, that's a sort of. Weathering with You is
actually,
sort
I'll link you the sequel.
There is sort of a sequel to Your Name, which is Weathering with You.
Oh, wait. What? now I'm confused. I didn't know
there's the sequel.
No, not that.
Oh, that was my favorite. That is a 10.
Weathering with You.
I haven't even seen it. I know it's a 10.
Your Name is actually is I think 2 years before Wedding with You, and the characters actually do appear in Wedding with You.
Are they actually important in the movie, or is it just a cameo?
Yes, they are.
Oh.
Did they have sex?
Yes.
No pot.
So they have a child?
The lore says it does, but it doesn't. Wait, it does appear.
It does appear?
Yeah,
the child is just a man in the dungeon. It does. It's the spawn of Satan himself. It's actually an entire NTR series.
Okay, so.
But do they ever figure out what their names are? That's the most important.
Every time they do, they forget it.
The move, what are words? Oh my god! So
words are just a social construct. They mean nothing, you know.
I don't know how to speak anymore. So Your Name's title is actually what they ask each other at the very end of the movie.
Yes, I know. I saw it.
So that's why it's called Your Name.
Yes, I know. I won't lie.
There you go.
Like halfway through, I was just so confused with what the fuck was going on.
I will say the beginning of Your Name, I just was like, this is just generic, like super fucking generic, and
Like, yeah, and
I
hopefully,
did not expect that fucking twist though.
like halfway through the movie when they did like the montage with the best OST that the Red Whips ever made, I kind of lost it. Which if the guy was in the girl or the girl was the girl, and like I fucking lost it.
I fucking
Yeah,
I
yeah. I actually at that point I lost who was who.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard because every time he'd wake up as her, he would be fondling her
Yeah, he
breast.
would just be fondling her boobs.
Not gonna lie, I would do it too,
Yes.
but what's it called? When it comes down to it, I was just laughing so hard because the last time he did it, he was like, "No, I probably shouldn't." And then the door opens just to him doing it way more. No, no, no. That's actually not the last time. That was the second to the last time. The last time was with him crying his eyes out because she's still alive and he has a chance to save her, but he's still fondling her breast.
Oh yeah. I know.
And I'm just to the fucking floor laughing. I'm sorry, that scene's just so fucking funny.
Okay. So, Smug, did you see this movie in theaters?
No, I didn't.
I saw it in
Uh,
theaters just yesterday or the day before or something.
I actually did because
The answer is no.
they needed movies because it was like in February 2021 they were actually reopening and they just needed movies, so they just
Okay, so
reused Your Name, and then I saw it.
I remember that this came out in 2016, I think, or
It
2015
came out in the summer of 2016.
of 2016. Yes, and I remember it was like the biggest deal ever in the history of the anime community online
Yeah,
for like a good 2 months, and then everybody.
yeah.
Was
Your Name was like a giant hit for like a month or two.
And I remember I was going to see it at some point, but then I just forgot about it. But like I always sort of knew that it existed and that I should watch it,
Yeah.
but didn't get around to it until just like 3 fucking days ago when I
I
actually watched it.
I did remember that a couple of my friends actually asked when this movie came out. A couple of my friends from middle school actually asked me if I wanted to go see this movie with them, and I didn't because I wasn't really into anime back then, and they wanted to go watch it in the original language, so Japanese. So I skipped on it, which now having seen it twice, which was a giant mistake.
I
I
think
actually should have.
I think I told my sister to watch it first before I even saw it, because I think she just asked me for just anime movies she could watch, and I just said, "Oh, you should watch Your Name," except I
I,
never
s-
even fucking saw it.
I still remember on like May 14th that I went to go to my girlfriend's house, which at the time wasn't my girlfriend's, but that was the day we saw Your Name together was the day that she confessed her love to me.
That's
And
Which
you
very
was
got laid.
which was really scary,
it's very
but
cute. Sounds
you
very
know,
cute.
it was yeah, it was actually shocking. Funny story.
You
So,
got the full anime
like,
romance
yeah,
experience.
so funny story. We saw this movie, then she offered me like if I wanted to drink or something, and then I took a sip, and then she confessed, and I actually choked really hard in my drink.
Did she give you a ring pop?
No,
That would have
no.
been even funnier.
Always give.
But
Always,
it was
if you ever confess to your crush, always give them a ring.
but it was really funny, and I still laugh about it to this day.
It's very cute.
I don't have like that crazy of experience. The only when it comes to Your Name, the only thing I did was I kept putting it off, saying I'd watch it later because I kept saying, "Oh, I was going to watch it with some friends, and then I was going to watch it with these friends, and then they didn't want to watch it, and then it came to these, and then this, and it just kept being pushed off." I did manage to see the parody Your Rope first.
Oh my god. Is that actually a full-fledged parody on YouTube or something?
No, it's on Pornhub.
Oh god damn it. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna go to Pornhub then, I guess.
Oh man. But yeah, what's it called? So, watching Your Name this was absolutely the first time I watched it, and just a lot of scenes in it. I really laughed at one of the things. Like, I flat out did not know that there was sake that was made from what's it called? Fermented saliva with rice.
You didn't?
No, I flat out didn't.
Oh.
So this was like my first time ever even hearing of that, and then after that, hearing that, seeing the guy just drink it, and then her reaction to him drinking it, it was just so fucking funny. You drank it, you pervert, and just goes on.
Oh.
Oh man.
The funniest the funniest part of this movie is when they meet each other like on the mountain, and
Mhm.
then it was all romantic, and then she goes like, "You touched my boobs!"
Yeah. It's like only once. Only once.
And
Wait,
I actually cried out loud in the theater. It was only me though in the theater actually.
oh, that's like the best theater experience because
Yeah, so
okay, so I
like
disagree in the idea that the best theater experience is watching it in the theater. No, best viewing experience is watching it in the theater. But with the
yeah.
only exception, there's only one
Is
exception.
that you're
Wait,
you're
that
the
is
only
when it's
person in
just
the
you or your friends.
yeah. So like I went to go sit down, and like nobody showed up. I had a normal seat, but like the cozy seats in the back were still available. So I just stood up and just went to the cozy seats.
Walk over there.
And
Oh yeah.
and like the cozy seats are like 10 euros more expensive.
Yeah,
So
and
I paid for a regular ticket to go sit in the cozy seat.
nice. I did something like that for Ghost in the Shell when it came out.
Oh my god.
It was just me and one friend, and there was like one or two people in the theater. I can't remember,
But
but
wasn't that
we pretty much asked them, and it's like, hey, because it's just us, do you mind if we like talk, chat, and laugh and commentate about it? And they said, nah, it's fine. Go ahead.
uh,
And it's like, and we pretty much said, was like, yeah, if it ever gets to be a problem, just come tell us and we'll stop. But so we freaking were laughing the entire fucking movie and just literally talking
just
shit.
because it was bad, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the Ghost in the Shell movie was
Oh,
terrible.
was it?
Was it the
wait.
live action one?
Yeah, was it the live
Yes.
action?
Yes.
Oh,
God.
no!
Oh,
Oh no! I have actual PTSD about that one.
But yeah, that's what I would say. The ultimate viewing experience,
It's when you're alone or with friends.
yes, in a movie theater.
Perfect.
So, okay. I did tell you guys about this, but my favorite aspect about this movie is actually the original soundtrack. This soundtrack is actually the best soundtrack I have heard in anime, period. Just because of Dream Lantern, the opening, and Zen's and Zen's, the little montage like
It was like
halfway
three
through the movie.
openings and like It has like 2 openings at 45 minutes. It's the first thing That's the first thing. That's the first time I noticed the music that like there's like 2 montages in like 45 minutes. The first one is an opening, and the other one is like also kind of an opening.
I was surprised when I
Sense
noticed
Sense
that the
was also
movie.
kind of a.
I was surprised when I saw the movie had an opening, and I was like, "Well, that's different."
Yeah, I was really confused. Like, why does it need an opening? But after seeing it twice now, I kind of dig it. It's
got-
it's
Oh,
it's
no,
a good
I'm not saying
it's a
like
good
the-
song.
It's
I
good.
wouldn't
Yeah.
say like the opening was bad or anything. It's just
No,
unexpected because
Yeah, just,
all
like,
movies.
surprising.
It's like the first movie I've ever seen with an opening.
no, wait. Silent Voice also had an opening.
Well, I haven't seen Silent
I think
Voice.
Silent Voice's opening like
Silent Voice
The Who.
opening was The Who.
that. Oh my! It's the
Wait,
one
what?
thing. It's the one thing I
Wait,
know about it.
Wait,
Because
what was it?
apparently,
It was
it was-
My Generation
Yeah,
from The Who.
it's fucking My Generation.
My
was the
Generation
opening.
from The Who was the opening. It was an English opening in an anime movie.
In the fucking 1960s.
By the way.
in anime. I don't know. I guess like
I mean, there's actually a few English opening in anime.
Yeah,
Although,
like
I can't really
Slime
think-
also has one.
Wait, what?
Slime also has a Slime season 2 part 2
Oh.
also has an English opening. But I think I think the Bunny Girl Senpai movie also had an opening.
I haven't seen the Bunny Girl
I
Senpai
think I saw
movie.
that.
I did, and I think it did. But I don't really
Regardless,
remember.
these movies are definitely the exception, not the rule.
Except for the Pokemon movies, those all have openings.
Yeah, the Pokemon movies need to have an opening.
All right. You win that round. I completely forgot the Pokemon movies do.
I
They are
forgot
very
Pokemon
being
existed for a second.
Okay to being actually good.
I think the only Pokemon movies I've seen are the
So,
XY and XYZ.
Oh, you saw the
So-
worst ones. Actually, one of the I forget what the X. Okay, one of the X ones was actually pretty good, but the other one was fucking terrible.
Wait, I'm gonna look them up.
I don't know.
I don't remember their names.
I just remember that there's that legendary Pokemon that is small enough to fit in Ash's hands. And it apparently weighs 2,000 pounds or something like that, and he's carrying it with ease.
This fucking 10-year-old boy on.
Which makes sense because there's this one episode where Ash grabs a tree and just flings it across the fucking place.
He's secretly like a fucking JoJo character.
I know, it's
The
just...
size of a 10-year-old boy.
But it's also funny because he also can't even really... he barely bent a spoon.
Huh.
It's like, you could throw a tree, you could lift 2,000-pound Pokemon, but a
You can't
spoon...
lift
Spoon, that shit's
Too much.
hard.
I don't know. I had like I think I watched. So I used to own all of the
Yeah.
Gen 4 Pokemon movies. I think on
So-
Blu-ray, but that's about it.
Schmuck,
I do remember all of them having openings.
the movies I have seen, I only seen two, which were I think number 19, so which was Volcanion and the
19 movies?
Mechanical Marvel, and the other one was Diancie and the Coconut of Destruction.
That okay. The Diancie one was good. That was
Yeah,
one
the
that I
Diancie
actually
one
liked.
was really good.
The other one was ass.
Yeah, I know, but those are the only two I've seen.
Alright,
Which
so
only Volcanion had an opening.
about your
apparently.
name.
Yeah, what
Anyway.
movie were we talking about?
Anyways, that's your name.
Anyway, that's your name, guys.
Okay, so
we
the first thing I fucking noticed about this movie is that it's beautiful as all shit. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it's fucking pretty.
you haven't seen Where We're With You, haven't you?
Haven't seen it in a long time.
No, you haven't. Okay, we're gonna come to a Where We're With You episode.
I will watch it at some point this week. Alright. But
Yes.
like, because I also see, I think, the Garden of Words, which I think is by the same director, which
Yeah,
is
the
also
Garden of Words,
very,
I also
very,
really want to see
yeah, it's
because
very pretty.
like one, it's really pretty. Two, it does contain characters from your name, and three, it's like an hour long.
This is like a whole
It's
fucking cinematic universe.
yeah,
What this
Damn.
is?
like I think Garden of Words is like 45 minutes long.
Oh, so it's like a short film.
Yeah, it's a really short film.
I see.
So what's it called? So there's like a whole cinematic universe. There's actually a
Yeah.
hentai series with an entire MCU cinematic universe that crosses over as well.
Yeah, it's the SCU.
The SCU.
Yeah, the Shinkai Cinematic Universe.
I actually have heard that term.
Yeah, because I think characters from like some other movie of that guy also came in the Garden of Words.
Nice.
Dude really was
But
connecting his.
I don't really remember which one.
You know, that's actually really neat because one of my favorite concepts that I wanted to see in a show is I want a single creator, or maybe even multiple, who knows. But I want a creator that goes and has a whole bunch of like different anime, but they're all set in the same universe. So that
So
what's it called? They have like their, you know, world ending destructions happening between each thing, and like they could sometimes meet up with the other characters, but it's from a different perspective and whatnot, so that that anime arc will all be about the same thing, and then they will also split up and go to different things. It's like I would love something like that. I have thought of like seeing like the concept like that, because not only will it pretty much mean like it's a full fucking universe, but you that like, you know, it's always insane to think, wow, these one people are saving the entire world every single time. And it's like, no, I want it to be that there are so many life destructing things, you need an like a lot of people constantly saving the day, not just like four
and like,
teenagers and
yeah,
a teacher.
Huh.
yeah,
It
but
like,
yeah,
yeah, it would it just, I think that would play out a lot better.
that would be
It just,
interesting.
Yeah.
To see.
I've always wanted in a few like anime that are like that, a crossover like that. And it would be really funny to see that. I would extend it to maybe even something like have you seen Index and
Magical.
Railgun?
You're the Magical Index?
I've seen Railgun. I've seen Railgun.
I want to see Railgun.
So the thing is,
I haven't
in
seen.
Railgun and Index, there's science and then there's actual magic, which I'm still convinced they're the same thing. But what's it called? With their powers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, that I think that's just hilarious that one side legitimately thinks like it's all magic and everything like that, and then the entire other side thinks it's just ESP, like science and how you can do your abilities and whatnot.
Isn't it just like that? Index is magic and Railgun is just science.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's why I want to see Railgun more than Index.
well, it's literally done the exact same way. It's just they're calling it science.
I don't
But
care.
I do love it that people from like different series connecting together that just believe what they're using is like different stuff. So it's not even like the same. Well, it kind of is still the same, but it's not even like the same.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we found this like this, and then they explain it the same in both series. It's like, oh no, 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 we both explained it completely fucking differently. The
There's
results
like two
this
different sides of the
yeah,
picture.
yeah, the results
Mhm.
are the same. We just explain it differently. I love concepts like that. So the Shinkai universe, I gets a good thumbs up for me.
Yeah, like the only movies I care about that Shinkai made is actually just When We Review Your Name and Garden of Words. I do also want to see 5 centimeters a second.
Oh, 5
Uh,
wallpapers a second.
five, 5 wallpapers a second. Is that a thing?
No, that
And
was the joke that was happening when 5 centimeters came out.
yeah,
5. It was dubbed 5 wallpapers per second, just purely based on how amazing it looked.
I do want to.
That's a good compliment to have.
I do want to watch it on, and I am gonna be excited if Shinkai makes another movie because he just actually makes incredible movies. He is also
The next,
kind of named, yeah, the next Miyazaki.
no, I was gonna say the next movie is going to be all of them coming together in the what's it called, in the Shinkai universe to stop some ultimate evil from destroying the world.
Yeah,
Gonna be
the world from body shifting and rain.
combines all of the world-ending
It
concepts,
combines
all of his
all the
movies,
movies that
just
he
into
made.
one, just into one being to destroy the world, and they all stop at using the exact methods they use in their movies.
Oh man, when it comes down to it, have you ever heard of the drama that surrounded Your Name?
No,
No, I haven't.
All
tell us
right,
about it.
so sit down. When you watch Your Name, what do you think people would get angry about?
The
Body
fondling
shifting,
boobs.
What did you say, Stonks?
body shifting,
Not
the
exactly.
the body shifting scenario.
It's kinda, not really. And no, Smug.
No,
Uh,
no, no boob
no one
fondling.
was actually complaining about that. So,
Well, what
Is
is
it
it?
something really stupid?
yes.
Okay, this is going to be
Do
fun.
tell us about it.
So, I remember there was a vocal minority that was angry at Your Name for not giving the characters gender dysphoria when they went and got into new bodies and acted as if everything was okay and didn't have any
Uh,
kind of transgender experience.
wait, I'm not.
What?
I'm not
What?
following. Hold up, slow down. Tell it again, but slow, please.
Okay, so they were angry that the characters weren't having gender dysphoria or any kind of transgender experience from getting that body switch happening.
So, like, if they got back into their own bodies, like they acted like nothing had happened.
Well, they were acting as if nothing happened, but they, what's it called? They were angry that when they went into the other person's body, that they weren't feeling gender dysphoric or any of that. It was just like, the idea was pretty much they're saying gender dysphoria doesn't exist because they didn't experience
They
it.
didn't. They
Wait,
didn't.
oh my! I'm already getting a headache. I don't get it.
So dumb. Like
This
the
is so
first,
dumb.
first off, they don't even. Well, first off, they constantly switch bodies, so it's not like they're constantly in the other person's body for like an extended amount of time, where like that would
Only a
develop.
day.
At least a day. And first they think it's just like a dream or
Yeah.
something to start off with. So it's not even like they don't even think it's real. And then they realize that they are still switching bodies, but that's not like that wouldn't bring on gender dysphoria because they still go back to their bodies that they feel comfortable with.
I
Just
don't know. I
that
don't know,
doesn't
man.
even make sense. That's
I
not how gender dysphoria works.
I just hate the fucking media.
Can you say that again? Works.
Works?
That
Oh my god.
accent.
Fuck you.
But yeah, like that was probably one of the hilarious controversies that was happening as it came out.
Oh my god.
People being stupid. It's always so funny.
Okay,
It would
so
be more funny if it wasn't for the sad truth that a lot of the people actually hold some of these beliefs.
People actually believe it.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
actually think it's fucking true.
okay. Um.
Like I could see someone doing that as like a really fucking funny parody. But the
As like
fact
a
is,
satire, but
yeah. Well,
we live
yes,
in a clown world.
yeah.
We live in a
But
clown
you know,
world.
it's just reality at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I'm kind of curious how people come up with these takes.
I think it's just they have
They
nothing
don't.
better to do. They just have nothing better to do.
No.
So they just sit around doing absolutely nothing productive, and so they let their stupid minds wander and connect stupid things with other stupid things.
They are like,
create-
"Hello, operator. I need the shittiest take that you have."
Because of course they fucking do.
And they somehow outdo themselves each fucking time. That's the impressive part to me. They somehow outdo themselves with how just absolutely fucking stupid their takes get as time goes on.
That reminds me of that one Japanese girl who was also what's it called? She was like, I don't know, some kind of model or something, and she kept posting like selfies of herself and whatnot, and people were saying that was pedophilia when she was over 20.
Oh my god.
Oh! I know who you're talking about. Was it the? It was the short girl who looked like Who sort of looked like
I
a
don't
teenager
even
or
think
something.
I don't even think she was short.
I just saw the pics. I thought she was pretty short, but then again, like it doesn't even show her full body most of the time,
Yeah,
and it
and
could always be like edited or something. So you can't even really.
no, it's more of, I mean, technically, yeah, she's short, but I'm talking about she's pretty much. I think she's like average size for an Asian woman.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then yeah, I remember that. And then all these fucking idiots just got mad and claimed that people who liked this were pedophiles because apparently she looked like a child, despite the fact she was probably just the average Asian woman.
That's pretty much like one of the crazy things. Like how you can keep getting like worse and worse takes, I have absolutely no idea. But somehow they just keep outdoing themselves.
Something about the pedophilia argument just brings that out in people for some reason, where they just have the dumbest takes imaginable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wasn't there that take where it was like somehow like masturbating to like an actual like child was somehow morally better than doing it to like a child in fiction or something like that?
Oh
I
my
remember
god.
seeing something like that somewhere.
Oh my god. Was I I I think I know what you're talking about, where they were defending it for 14-year-olds, but Lolly was bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Oh my god. Jesus.
So anyway, your name. What is that? I never heard of it.
Okay, so was I the only one who was really fucking confused, like an hour into the movie?
No.
Like,
When apparently the girl died 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and the guy realized it.
Okay, so I wasn't like really fucking confused because I was thinking something's not right here when what's it called? When she was saying there will be a comet today, look up at the sky, and she's looking and it's happening, but when he's looking, there is no comet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, wait. Either he's in the city and the comic can't show because so many streetlights and everything, or there's something more to this body shifting like thing that we don't know of.
I don't even know how the body shifting happened, but Like at the beginning of the movie, you just can see something falling from the sky,
So
and I just
way
knew, and I just knew that one of these, that one of them was like, uh, already gonna be dead or something. At the time, I I predicted that the girl already was dead, and Taki just moved on. Because, and I think also in the beginning that that Taki also saw the comment, but at a different time.
no, maybe, but the reason why he was so bounded to her, it actually did explain it because the what's it called
The wire,
yeah, the
the
main
fucking,
female was the one that gave it to him, like that
yeah.
was bound. It made them bounded by fate, while she was also a shrine maiden kind of girl, and
Yeah.
her lineage has all had the same experience. It's a pretty crazy thing to think about. Um,
So because he was given that
He was given that string, and then they were just like bond
it
and that
for
was
some reason.
yeah.
yeah. So it's symbolic, and I'm like the red ties of fate. And
Like the red
Yeah.
string
I
of fate, I
can't
think it is.
remember the exact name of it off the top of my head, but pretty much the
Oh, yeah,
red strings of fate that bound people together, which is not inherently love, but in this case it is.
it is love in it. Yeah.
Like, uh,
But
so some things more also caught up that Mitsuha was already gonna be dead. Like
Mhm.
in the beginning, like Taki was looking at the comet, and when you go down further, you hear that the comet already has to be coming, but Taki already saw it.
Mhm.
So, and the second is in the opening that you can see like uh, that they shift from uh, in the beginning of the opening they shift like from what they are in the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie, but Mitsu Taki grows, but Mitsuha doesn't. So you already know like she's not gonna survive it.
but she did.
Like Taki gets a height difference and Mitsuha doesn't.
Mhm.
So that explains that something is
Well,
gonna
that's just
happen
from
to.
Asian women never growing until they reach the age of 60, and then
Yeah,
they get into
but
like a
Mitsuha
metamorphosis kind of
is
state
not
where she
60.
just goes, and in that 1 year, she comes out like 70 years older.
God.
And
This
then
fucking
when they turn about 100, they all look like Yoda.
Oh my God.
for like 60 years they just look like
Yeah.
fucking teenagers. Then suddenly they become like old grannies, and then they become like little statues. It's the life cycle of the Asian women.
Yeah.
It's a mysterious thing, but an amazing thing.
Truly wonderful. They are the I was about to say Asians in the master race for some reason.
Okay. So, do we have
We
anything else to talk about now?
Yes. So I had about a 4-hour conversation last night about this metamorphosis, and we concluded it's mostly that goddamn tracksuit, the perm, and the visors that makes them look so much older than what they actually are.
Oh, oh yeah. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like if they ditched all that, they would still look young, but their metamorphosis involves doing that.
Huh.
But yeah, aside from that, let's see. Is there any other scene that in your name y'all want to talk about?
Um,
Because we're only at 40 minutes.
can we talk about that Mitsuha's hair like when the festival comes that she shortens her hair and it actually looks disgusting.
I
She cut it.
I do like the idea that they bring up. It's like, oh man, women only change their hair whenever something about a man happens. And I just busted out laughing.
Are they wrong about
No.
Exactly.
There was also this one other scene. Fuck. I don't remember.
Oh, I thought it was completely adorable when what's it called? That one girl was being arrested. It's like, no, I truly am a criminal.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and everything like they were all thinking their life is pretty much over because they weren't sure if that comic was actually gonna do it and whatnot. I wanted to see what the outpour after that was going to be. Like, what happened is like, are they all set free now because they saved everyone? Like,
Still
maybe.
arrested for fucking blowing up an entire section of the village
yeah, but that was only to
to
save
save
everyone.
them. Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, it would be.
I would love to see what the verdict is. I mean, I think they should probably have went free, but I would also wonder if like the mayor, because under his leadership he would have had everyone died. I kind of wonder if he stepped down.
Resigned after that because, well, he couldn't have predicted that the fucking comet would have
Yeah.
killed everyone.
No, I know he couldn't predict it, but it would have been like one of those things like life changing. It's like I had the choice to save everyone.
Oh
I
yeah,
could have
yeah,
done
yeah.
it, but I chose the wrong choice. I'm not fit to do this. And it's like I would have wanted to have seen something like if he would have done it or would have not. I would have been okay with like either situation
Either
where
way,
he
yeah.
doesn't do it or not. But I just wanted to at least see what happens.
It's kind of like briefly touched on, like a little bit, but we never really see the aftermath of it. Like after the comet hits and after everyone is saved, we don't really see.
We do.
Do we? I forget.
Yeah, we do.
What?
Do we? Wait,
Yeah.
trying to remember now.
I don't remember anything being shown after the comic aside from the fact that she's free.
No, we do. Like
What?
you can see how it happens and then you can see the aftermath.
Yeah,
You
no,
Oh,
no,
you
no,
mean
no,
like
yeah,
right after.
it being destroyed and everything?
Yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about like the society, like how everything
like
that
how the people of
Yeah,
the
you
village would
can-
react.
Like you can see it's like
we're not
right
talking
after
like
it gets
as it's happening and a few minutes after. We're talking like what it would be like years at or like days after or years after or like
yeah,
following.
when Taki arrives there, you can see the aftermath.
that
That is like
that
that is
We're
like
not talking about the aftermath of like the comet striking itself and like what it does to the land. We mean sort of like after the movie, after everyone has been saved in that town. What would the like what would the reactions of the other characters in the town be? You know.
Oh, I
indifference go on with their day.
It's just fuck it. It just goes on.
no, I don't think
They almost
that
got killed by a comet. Might as well.
I don't think that it would be shown.
No, it would be too. I mean, I get why they didn't show it.
Because it would
just in
be
terms
like
of
another
time
like
wise.
30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
only like an hour and 40 minutes, but even then, like,
It's an
it'd be
hour and
kind of
50.
yeah. Even then, it'd be kind of just speed. You know, why is that? What does that have to do with the main plot?
Yeah, I know.
that- yeah.
Because what's it called? Yeah, like if they wanted to go in detail, it would probably be like another 30 minutes to a show that's already ended. I think they should have just added like a few minute montage to show all that.
Yeah, like maybe near like the very end before. Well, yeah, because they do have that brief time skip at the very end.
Yep.
when they all
Yeah.
meet up. So they could
And
have
that's
done
why
that.
that is the perfect place to have put a little montage of what happened.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many questions left unanswered. The more I think of it, I think it would have been disappointing if he resigned, because based off of all logical evidence, he made the right choice. It was just wrong,
Like
because the stuff that happened that couldn't be predicted.
yeah, like it's like he didn't like. I get what you're saying. Well, like he couldn't like what he did. Like as we see afterwards, it was wrong. But the reason why it was wrong wasn't because of anything he could have known or done or even expected to have happened.
Yeah, because
No one's gonna expect a fucking comet splitting and then falling out of the sky and then crashing into your town. No one's gonna blame you for not expecting that to happen.
I blame him.
Yeah,
There was
I
that
would
crazy man on the street that said the world is ending, and you didn't hear
You
the
should have
warning.
listened to him. need to have
I
a cancel
always-
post for not listening to the homeless beggar on the street.
Yeah.
I would listen.
I mean, when it comes down to it, what's it called? He doesn't really believe in the Shrine Maiden stuff and whatnot, or the mystical powers and whatnot. He
Yeah.
just loved her, and so he gave up the quote-unquote business. And he just wanted to run his city and look after, his daughter and all that shit. But
Just wanted to vibe.
it makes sense why he didn't just believe them and is like, "You're fucking crazy. I'm gonna send you to the hospital." And then he somewhat starts getting the realization a little when
Like,
he
Yeah.
was like, "Who are you?"
Like he realized something is like wrong with her. It's like wrong with her in that like it's not like it isn't her, I guess. Yeah. But yeah. It's all interesting things that would have been cool to be seen explored a bit more, but
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense why it
They
wasn't.
should.
I think like just a few scenes could have just actually made
Like,
all
to
that
explain,
a little
yeah.
better.
Yeah. Would have brought some nice closure for the rest of the cast at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Most of the supporting cast is sort of just like kind of
Supporting.
just there. Yeah. There isn't really anything. They don't really stand out too much. Not that they're necessarily bad, but there's nothing really notable I can say about any of them.
The waitress was really fucking hot.
He was.
Yeah,
He was very
I
hot.
thought you were gonna say that.
He was very hot. And then he fucking blew it.
Yeah, he blew it for a dead girl.
To the best of us. Man fumbled a relationship he didn't even set up for a chick that was dead.
It's okay. He got a younger girl.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Was she even younger actually?
Who?
But they're around the
Which
same
one?
age.
Okay, so
'Cause is it-
they're around the same age when he goes back 3 years. So shouldn't she be pretty much 3 years older or something like that?
Yes. Well, she does.
Wait.
She does at the end. She does survive, so she gets 3 years older.
Now I'm even more confused. Wait. So okay. So they are the same age. Like they were born around, like we can assume that they were born like around the same time. Up until she died, in which case obviously he obviously, because he was still alive, still grew for 8 years and she was dead. So there was a 3-year split between them.
Mm-hmm.
But then, when the town was saved, everyone survived. They then lived on normally, and still progressed.
All right,
and
so
still
I'll
aged.
explain why I'm saying she's 3 years older so you can understand. Is
All right.
because he only knows her from the 3-year, going back 3 years. And he thinks she's the same age and she's in the same classes and whatnot. Going back 3 years. Meaning,
Yeah.
with her surviving, there's
Yes,
no
and-
3-year difference. She actually is in the same timeline, which means she had to have been 3 years older than him.
Okay. Oh. I
No,
get
wait.
what you're saying.
In current
So-
timeline, she should be 3 years older than him because when he goes back in time 3 years, they're the same age.
Okay, so I am looking at that graphs, and it does say that Taki after the time skip is 22, and Mitsuha is 25 after the time
Ka-ching.
skip.
I was right.
You were right.
At the
You were
very
right.
end.
You're right.
Wait, how old is the other girl, the waitress?
Let's see.
28?
I think no,
It's a MILF.
it's not shown.
Damn.
Wait, I'm gonna search.
It still
Research.
never struck me. This is probably just me for not paying attention that when they were switching, he was going back 3 years. I didn't realize that.
It's not
But
shown.
now that you mention that, everything suddenly makes a lot more fucking sense.
Wait, how did you not
So-
know that it was going back 3 years?
So I don't know how to explain it. So I knew that she had died 3 years, that she had died 3 years ago. I knew that, but I still thought that when they were switching bodies, it was still at the same time in the same timeline.
So
But that doesn't make any fucking sense.
so before the time skip that she is still working, like when Mitsuha's taking over, she's 24.
Oh, what's it called? Who?
The waitress.
Okay. That means she's like 27. Yeah, see? Got a younger girl. Sweet.
Yeah, but after the time skip,
like 2 years.
she's 29.
4 years. But yeah, what's it called? What was I saying?
I don't
So
know,
the
what were you
reason
saying?
I can somewhat be a little more forgiving to that idea that makes no goddamn sense, Smug, is purely because during the movie there was a scene that I still felt made no goddamn sense.
Which one was it?
I know Stonks is going to want to silence me, but I'm gonna have to say it. That whole scene up on that mountain made no goddamn sense. The fact that they could
Why
see
not?
each other.
Why not?
Because they're literally seeing the 3 years ago with them and the current self, like blending
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
This is actually blending the time. Like when it was talking about the timeline being meshed together and all that.
Yeah.
That's
exactly what happens.
No, that was metaphorically, in the sense of you're going back in time and doing that. This was literally just absolutely made no sense on how the freaking actual past is like literally in the same fucking physical plane as the future.
As the present.
No,
Well, I guess it would be the
what
Yeah, wait.
happens? What happens is that Mitsuha goes to the future for a couple of seconds, and then they body swap again to their regular bodies, and then it just stops. And then
No,
they
we
forgot
understand
each
that
other.
that's what happened. We're saying that makes no goddamn sense.
What about this movie makes sense?
Change.
Got a good point there.
What about this movie? Tell me, Otaku.
Look, I can buy the body switching. I can buy
No,
the body
that
switching.
also doesn't make any sense.
I can buy the body switching. From...
Okay, but like the issue isn't the body switching and whatnot. That like because that sort of has like it sort of like sets its rules and how it works.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Until they get to the mountain scene.
The mountain scene was just an ass pull.
Yeah, when all of a sudden the fucking timelines just merge into one weird thing until it stops.
Yeah.
Until she disappears.
And then never ever happens ever again. And it was just like this little ass pull that pretty much saved the day.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, there was literally a Deus Ex Machina symbolism.
It was a cool scene though. Just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Nothing about this movie makes sense.
No, most of it does make sense.
No, it doesn't.
It makes sense with the rules it gives itself.
Does it make sense that body swap?
No, but it's not. It's not
every day.
Like it's obviously taking. Like it obviously like. It gives like it makes the body swap. It gives the body swapping some logic to it. It gives it some rules that it has to follow, and just a general pattern, so that even though we know that it's not that it doesn't actually make sense, it does sort of internally in the story make sense. But then, as I mentioned, when we get to the mountain scene, it just breaks those rules it sets for itself.
Yeah.
So it's not like internally, it's mostly internally consistent except for that one scene.
I would say a little more than just that one scene, but that one scene breaks it like a fucking like
a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Just smashing it.
The other scene I'd probably say that doesn't follow it is the fact that he just falls asleep inside the freaking cave after that, and he somehow gets another day that she already lived through, and just like, all right, now let's go back even further in time to try to save everyone in a different way. I was like, I don't think the story is set it up to where you can specifically pick what day you go back and try to save them. I don't think the story set it up that way.
You know what I'm
thinking about this just makes my head hurt.
Yeah, I'm just starting to confuse myself.
Yeah, so like I would say those two scenes are the scenes that probably just take a sledgehammer to it.
Yeah, but it makes sense with everything else.
No, I'm starting to confuse me. Can we just wrap it up? I'm tired.
Before we get too fucking confused about this movie.
Yeah.
Quick, before we make songs, give it a 0.
I can't even think.
Just wrap it up.
All right.
This is what happens anytime we start shit talking anything Stonks likes. He just wants it done.
He just wants to get it.
No denial.
Uh,
And an agreement. All right.
I can't wait till we do fucking Vivi.
Vivi Pop.
Vivi Pop.
You guys are just going to shit about Vivi.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna watch Terminator instead and just compare it.
No, don't watch Terminator.
Yeah, VV fluoride in my eye. I remember that.
Oh, fuck you guys. All right, wrap it up, please.
I don't know. Do you have anything else to shit talk your name about,
No.
Smug?
No.
Did they ever figure out your name though?
Oh my god.
So they keep forgetting it, and I kind of wonder if they still forget it after they meet. Obviously, they probably don't, but it would just be funny that every time they meet they would forget their names when they leave. It would be a really fucking crazy thing to see.
They just go into the ending scene when they ask each other for your name, they give it, and then they just instantly fucking forget it.
Just like move, like as soon as they get out of sight.
I just forget about it.
And then it's like, what's it called? It will be like the weirdest case of amnesia. The doctors will be trying to fix it and be like, I have absolutely no idea how this works.
Well, it's just like a span of like 10 minutes that like just isn't remembered at all.
Yeah.
Or it's not even like that. They just don't even remember. They just forget each other. They don't even like they still kind of remember like what happened, like when they were talking to each other, but they just don't remember each other.
Yeah. It would be a real strange thing to have a kid and then you just keep forgetting each other.
Just think you're like a fucking single parent the entire time because you just forget about.
God.
Oh my God.
That'd
be fucking weird. How would the child see it though? Would the child just not be affected?
The child, the child would constantly be fading in and out of existence. Yeah,
just goes to a different plane each time.
Yeah, because it would just constantly be fading in and out. You remember, like when he started forgetting her, like all evidence that she existed just started fading away.
So does that mean that the semen that was once in her pussy would then also disappear? And then therefore unbirth the child?
I don't think so, purely because the idea of what's it called? She and everything attached to her and in her wasn't disappearing.
It was just everything else.
So yeah, and then we would be wondering if what's it called when. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like I don't think they could be consistent on that. I don't think there is a way.
So maybe it was a good way so maybe it was good that it ended where it did. So let's didn't have to deal with that.
Come on, like get the sequel of Your Name and it's like Your Baby. It comes right after Your Dick. Oh my god.
It's perfect.
Oh man, alternate ending of Your Name.
Be a good comedy though.
Oh yeah.
It's just the parents constantly forgetting each other.
Yeah.
I'd write that. Be a
I'd
doujin.
fuck both the main two girls. The rest are just kind of meh.
I'd fuck all of them. You know, like everyone. I'd fuck everyone.
No, that's just normal. You looked at Ranga and said, "Yeah."
I was justified, okay? That's justifiable, all right?
Out of context, it's not.
Well, of course, out of context, it's not. But like, if once people understand the absolute majesty of Ranga's personality, then like, everything becomes clear. It all makes sense. I'd be surprised if after people understood the context, if no one else also joined me at wanting to fuck her.
I'm sure there's a lot of white girls that would join you.
Well, of course, but like they don't. The white girls don't need convincing. They don't need the context.
They don't need the context.
Just fuck them anyway.
They would hate it more after the context.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need context to see anything.
Is Skunk's a white girl?
Oh man,
No.
Speaking of not needing context, that just reminds me of that freaking Hollow live streamer that announced a GoFundMe thing or whatnot, or Kickstarter, and then just on the announcement they already broke the goal of 100,000 before she even said anything about it. And
What?
and the meme that was placed under the comment section on the video, no, when they tweeted it out, and was like, all right, so here's the Kickstarter idea. The fans, and it showed Dio says, "I've seen enough. I'm satisfied."
Oh my god.
God.
They're crazy, but they're funny as shit.
Hey, really?
Ugh.
I'll give me.
Right, it's exactly. I think it's time. I've had enough of this.
All right,
fucking
now
movie.
time to talk about the OVA.
No, there, there's no OVA.
So,
There's a light novel for it.
so Smug, have you seen Your Rope?
No, I haven't.
I'm just gonna leave.
You know what? You know what? You know what I'll do tonight? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna fucking see it.
So when I
No,
watched it, there was no
check out.
subtitles, so I had to guess everything.
You had to guess what was happening.
To be fair, a good chunk I can understand because for whatever reason, while I don't know much Japanese, I've seen enough hentai that when they say the same shit over and over, I can understand it every once in a while.
You can get the gist of what they're saying, basically.
Yeah.
You can learn how to speak Japanese just from watching hentai.
Specific stuff.
Yeah. all the important stuff.
It's
All the
like
stuff
Miss
you're actually gonna
Worldwide. All right. We've bullied Stonks enough.
It's enough bullying for today.
All right. So, final thoughts on Your Name. Go, Smug.
Good movie. Confused the ever living fuck out of me. Would recommend.
All right.
Back.
Stonks, final thoughts on Your Name?
Amazing movie, good, fucking good OST. I still listen to it this day. Would recommend.
All right. Unknown, what's your final thoughts on Your Name? Well, I'm glad you asked me, Kyrie. So, I thought I thought it was pretty like a average, maybe a little below average at first, but then after the plot twist of what happened, I think it became a good movie, at least good, just decent, a little above average. I will say that because
I still liked Wedding with You better.
and
Though.
I still wouldn't put it like great or amazing, but it is definitely good. All right. What about you, Kyrie?
Okay, thank you for joining us for Weebanomics. Make sure to
Order.
check it out because it's awesome. Holy shit, we talked about it for a while.
Well, it's a good movie.
I was just going to leave it silent and then say
Just leave it
thank
silent.
you.
That's the end.
It's like thank you, Kyrie. All right, and so this has been Weebanomics. We have Smug Home Slice.
Hello. Oh, I guess goodbye.
Wait.
I guess
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Stonky Wonky
No.
and the Unknown Otaku and Kyrie Luminous signing off. Kyrie, you've been pretty silent this podcast.
Damn, bro.
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you all.
God, with how long this is, you could have just watched the fucking show itself.